they're going to send one for today. But I don't think we expect 6 pages. I highly doubt that Dr. Sat expects 6 pages for today because this is just an introductory. We're just telling you the how-throughs and things like that. But in terms of taking notes and things like that, when we read your lecture notes, we want to make sure that you have the name of the presenter, what they're presenting about, and if it's a science project or something like that, you want to write down the methodology of the procedure that they use, the materials that they use, their observations, their results, and their conclusions. And we also want you to do background research on other people's research. So in case you don't know what they're talking about, you can give a preliminary to what they're talking about so it shows that you fully understand what they're presenting. So for each, you can easily write a page about someone's research that they present, including your own opinion and things that you learned on your own, even afterwards. If you have further questions about what they presented on, you can also write about what you don't understand. So if there was something that they could have done better, you can also write about that too. Any type of commentary. This is why it's not that hard to write 6 pages, because when you're here from 10 to 4 and you hear like 12 presentations, think about it. That's like a presentation a page, and you're going to go over 6 pages easily after writing up these notes. And it's so convenient when you write up the notes on your computers, because at least when you go home, you can just fill it in with, with just like the right grammatical procedures and things like that. You don't really have to spend a lot of time writing up on a computer when you bring your laptop or your iPad. So that's actually a good idea if you want to bring electronics of that nature. Yes?
How many pages are we expected to write for today?
For today, when Dr. Sat comes in, I will ask him, because honestly, I don't think that you guys should have to write 6 pages for today. 4? Okay, 4 pages. And within the 4 pages, you can write how you feel about public presentation. What's your first impressions and things like that. You know what I mean? Yes.
And would it be 4 pages including like the presentations from last week and the presentations for this week?
No.
Okay.
It'll be separate. Yeah.
So the presentations for last week will be 4 pages.
Yeah.
And the presentations for this week.
Yeah. Alrighty. And it's also about, don't be so worried about filling in the pages with nonsense. Because if I'm reading something that's filled with fluff, I'm going to give you my honest opinion about your writing. So it depends on who's grading your writing, but if I grade your writing, I'm going to comment on grammatical errors and if things don't make coherent sense. Because I know when I first started, a lot of people work towards just filling in the pages, but you want to make sure that it makes grammatical coherent sense and that you're not just trying to rush the last minute. Because I don't want to stay up reading your work if it's not of, some valued quality. So, yes. So in the notes, let's say if someone, in the instance where someone's presenting a scientific research project, right? You would start off your notes by introducing who did the presentation. Let's say I did a presentation on a behavioral research thing I did. You would say, Rashida Abdullah presented work that she did at, let's say, a Sloan Kettering institution, and she worked with her mentor, Professor McWane. And you would say what my project is, what my question was, how I approached my question, and even if you didn't catch all the background research that I presented, you can go on Google and do your own background research. And then you would talk about my observations and the procedure that I use to conduct my research. You would also write about my observations. You would also write about my conclusions and my results. And then you would write about the questions that you have, rather that were answered when I was here or that weren't answered. And you can also give commentary on how I could have improved my research or what you would have wished to have seen in my research. So it's very in-depth when you're writing about someone's presentation. You're not only just writing about what they present, you're also writing about your own inquiries in that subject.
Are the assignments on the website?
The assignments should be on the website. They should be posted, I think, Basiro, and the assignment posted on the website. Everything's posted? Yes, everything's on the website. As soon as you log into your account, everything should be there, and what time they're expected to be handed out. Yes. You should write a heading. I mean, I don't want to get an email and I don't see your name in a document. I'm just going to delete it if I don't see a name. So your name, what school you go to, and what HCS class you are would be definitely great. For the induction ceremony, I would say it can be 6 pages, but if you can write a good 4, coherent, to the point, you got everything covered, and it's a really good 4 pages, fine. Yeah, single space, yeah. We do single space because when we print it out, we want to save paper. So that's why we do single space. It's saving the environment. Yeah. Does anyone have any more questions about writing up short? Can you stand up, please, and tell me your name?
Saisha, and that's the induction ceremony. What should I do for that?
Can someone repeat what you said? You have a very soft voice. You missed the induction ceremony? So what you can do, if you have a friend here, or if you want to talk to someone who is there, or if you want to talk to me and get a rundown of what happened, that would be great. But you're still expected to submit a write-up for the induction ceremony, even though you weren't there, or just email us why you weren't there, like a legit, reason of absence.
If you can go again.
And does anyone else have any questions? Yes? Yeah, for Shiru,
Yeah.
we post information about the guest speakers, correct?
Yeah.
And do we put the videos online as well, like these?
The videos from last week are gonna be up, but you cannot use that for the presentation. So I would put it like a week after.
Oh, okay. So there's not going to be like the PowerPoint presentations. We're not going to put them online until after your notes are due, because that's almost like cheating. It's like you don't even have to come. You can go home and watch it again. I mean, okay. So I'll email you guys out a sample of lecture write-ups that I have from past years, so you can get a good example of what it looks like.